Okay, so I'm following on from the last YouTube video there where we're looking at the basics of Scratch. I'm just going to continue with that. So at the moment when I press play, he's going to draw this, but the line's always there. It's always there and he's just drawing it over and over and over again over the top of it. So what if I wanted to clear that every time it repeats? So here's what it's repeating. So I want it to clear. So this is where you start really getting into programming and how it works. The computer will always read programming unless you tell it otherwise, from the top down. So when this green is clicked, press the pen down, set the color to this, change the pen size to this, and then just do this. So this happens before the loop. So there's something here called clear. So let's just try, if I bring that in there, and I put it here. So it's going to clear, and then it's going to put the pen down, and then it's going to set the pen color, change that size, and then it's going to loop. So let's have a see what happens when I do that. There you go, it's cleared it, and then it's drawing it. But you see it only clears it once. It only does this once. It's this bit inside this block here that it's repeating. So what we want to do is every time it gets to here, we want to put a clear in. So, and this is where you start doing the trial and error and swapping around the blocks, and this is how it's great for learning how to program. So I'm going to take that out, take that one away. So it's okay to put the pen down and change the color. That's not going to change. So I'll leave that one there. But when it starts this, when it does this loop once, when it gets back, I want to clear it. So let's grab this out of here. We'll put the clear inside the loop, and then see what happens. You put that back up. See, it's clearing it every time. It gets to the end, clears. Go to the top, clears. Okay. Just one last thing on this basic introduction there. First off, I'm going to change that pen. I think that's a bit thick, so you just change it in here. Maybe I'll put it to 5. The stage background. This is a bit dull, so I can just click in here. Backdrops, and then I can choose a backdrop from the library. I'll put it on a driveway. Okay, and that instantly changes it, and then he's just going to draw his square with a nice looking background. There you go. There's just one thing I want to change there. I've noticed that I'm using change pen size by 5. So every time I'm playing this, that line's getting thicker by 5. So there you see it's getting thicker and thicker. So instead of using change pen size, I'll just drag this out, get rid of that, put that over there anywhere, and set pen size. Just put that one in instead. Put this one back up. Set that to 10 and click play. There you go, and it's going to permanently be that size of a line. So that's all very well, but I'm not too happy with this. The motion there is just flicking from one position to another. I want him to sort of move, animate from one bit to the next. So instead of using these go to, I'm going to drag those out. So I'll just grab this out, grab this block out, separate all these out. And then instead of a go to, I'm going to change that to a glide to. So I'm going to put glide instead of go to, so I can put those over here. If they're over here, they're just out of the way and not affecting anything. Okay, so that's going to start in that position. Then if I move it, this works the same as the other one. When I move him up there, this will change. So I'll drag that one onto that. I can put those two together and move him over here. This has changed again. I'll put that one on top of that. Drag that one in. And the final one, I'll drag him down there. And I'll drag the glide, and I'll put that on. Okay, now into loop round, so I need that forever to go around the whole thing. I'll pop that back in, and I'll change this to 0.5 as it was before. 0.5. 0.5. Okay. Okay, so check the code. When you press the green, put the pen down, set it to red, set the size to that, clear if there's any pen before it, and glide. So let's see what it does now. You see how it's gradually moving there? More of an animated fashion rather than just clipping straight in. So that's a glide function. Okay, so when you've got this, I mean, it's just play around with what's in here, experiment with them, see what results you can get. Like, for instance, sounds. Play sound meow. Okay, so when he gets to each one of these points, I might get him to play a meow or a drum. I'll try both of them. So, wait 5 seconds, move to this point, I'll stick it right in there. I'll stop that for a second. Whoop, there it is. And then wait 5 seconds, move to the second point, and then I'll play a drum. And then wait 5 seconds, and I'll play a note, just adding sounds, and then I'll play another drum. So I'm just experimenting here. I don't know what this is going to do. Let's hit play. Hope you can hear sound. Okay, I've taken those sounds off. They get very annoying very quickly there. All the little blocks that I had out here, if you want to tidy them up, just hover over them, right click on it, put duplicate, delete. So next up, let's say I want to make him say something. So if we go into looks, we have a block here, say hello, say hello for 2 seconds. Okay, so he's going to say something, then it's going to go off. So where do I put that? I don't want it to come in the loop. I'm going to put it before the loop. So he's going to say whatever I type here for 2 seconds. I'll drag that and put it back up. Now rather than hello, there's this old programmer thing that when you start a new language, the first thing you do is you get it to print hello world. So I'm going to do that. And then press play. Hello world. He's going to do that for 2 seconds, and then he's off on his line drawing. You see it's starting drawing this line from wherever I finish it, and when I play, it's not necessarily clear in the line before it starts, and it's drawing a line straight down. So I'll do a line clear at the start there as well. So if we go to pen, I'm going to put a clear right at the top. So as soon as I pressed, it clears whatever's on the screen. Let's give that a go. Again, still just experimenting. Okay, it started halfway through this code. So when it stops, it'll do that. Okay, next up, let's add some animation to this character here. Let's just stop him. Okay, so we go to costumes here. This is preset with these 2 costumes. So if I flick between them, you see there's a little bit of an animation frame there. So that's costume 1, that's costume 2. So all I'm going to do is put some code that flicks between costume 1, costume 2. So I'm going to go to scripts. Let's have a look. Motion, it's not in motion. Looks. Switch costume to costume 2. So every time he gets to a position, switch his costume. Next costume, whatever the next costume is, that'll switch between 1 and 2. So glide to there, change to your next costume. And I'll just put in those, glide to there, that's your next costume, and I'll put one at the bottom as well. Okay, so let's see what that does. It's hello world, and off he goes. And you see the animations changing. He's flicking between those 2 frames of animation. Okay, I'm playing this and I think his animation should be a bit faster. So I can add more than 1 script to work on him. I don't have to put more than 1. See, he's only moving 1 frame of animation there. Okay, so I'll drag this out. I'm going to take out all these next costume ones. Just drag them off like this. Okay, slot all these ones back together. And now if I play it, there's no animation on him. He's just off on his drawing trip. So I can make another one here. It's all going to start on this when the green clicks. So again, I'm going to go into events. When click green. Now what I want to happen is I want it to change costume, and then I want it to happen faster. So I'm going to go to control, wait, just like I did here. I'm going to wait 0.2 seconds. Now I want this to continuously change between those. So again, see this forever loop, just put that around them and that will continually loop. So I'll grab the forever, throw it in there, put that on. So these are both going to work when that's clicked. You see I didn't have to keep adding next costume, next costume, next costume. That is all you need. Just 2 lines there. So let's see how this works. Okay, so it's Hello World, and you see he's off already, and he's animating. He's running this one, which says wait 0.2 seconds. So his animation's cleaned up there. Okay, so I'm going to add another sprite into here and just get it to play through some animations there. So if you go to new sprite, you click on choose sprite from library. All of these, you can add any of these. They all have, most of them have frames of animation as well that are loaded in. So I'm going to put a bat in here. Okay, I'm not going to make him move, I'll just put him in. So there he is. I'll just move him to there. See how this is blank now? Because I'm on the bat, I can write scripts for the bat here. If I click on sprite 1, that's the scripts for that character. So I'm going to click on him. If we go to costumes here, you see he's already preset with 2 animations there. So I just want him to play forever to loop between those. So I'm going to do it exactly the same way as I did in the last one. So I'm going to put in the next costume, which will flip between. I want him to wait. So control, wait, 0.5 seconds. And then I just want that to play over and over and over again to loop. So I'm just going to put a forever loop in. And I want him to start playing when I hit this green button here. So that's in events, when clicked. Okay, let's see what happens now. There you go, and off he goes around the bat, and the bat's just running in the middle. So there you go. Yeah, fantastic for learning programming. Very easy to get results. Really good for seeing how programming works and to experiment with it and see the sequence that things have to be. And you'll see, even when I was doing it, where you get things in the wrong order and you can change where it does things, whether it's in a loop, whether it's out of loop. Yeah, very good for learning programming. So that's Scratch.